So we'll start our module today on liver and your health. Okay. And so far for this health coach program, right, we are actually focusing on the very important systems or organs that or systems, body systems that will actually affect the most of our health. For example, the chronic diseases. For example, last week, Jeannie shared about, previous 2 weeks, Jeannie shared about weight management. Okay, being overweight or being underweight actually affects our health a lot. Okay, and colon health is a huge, yeah, it affects gut health, affects so many of our bodily conditions. For example, our metabolism is affected, our immune system is affected, even our nerve system can be, our brain system can be affected by our gut health. So the next big body system or organ that will affect the most of our health is actually the liver. Okay, and why is liver so important? Because liver is actually the biggest internal organ that we have. Okay, and it weighs about 1.5 to 1.8 kilogram. Okay, it is huge. It is huge. If you have seen pig liver before, I'm sure you will find that it is huge, right? And what sets liver apart from the other organs in our body is that it is the only organ that can regrow, right? If I cut your finger, can it regrow? Cannot, right? Yeah. So if part of a heart spot, can it regrow? It cannot. Yeah, but God actually made us to survive, made a lot of things, spare parts for us to survive. For example, we have two eyes, right? So if one eye is blind, at least we have one spare, right? Ear. If we have one ear, deaf, the other ear can still hear. Basically, you can still hear 100%, right? Even if it's just one ear deaf. Okay. And how about nose? We have two nostrils. So if one side block, the other side still can breathe. And let's say if both sides also block, you can breathe from your mouth, because breathing is so important. If you cannot breathe, you die almost immediately, right? Yeah. And how about other organs like kidney? We have two kidneys, right? If one side spoiled, the other one still can use. So actually God made us in such a way that a lot of time we can survive. There's always a spare part. The small intestine, it is so long, a few meters long. So if let's say part of the intestine is diseased, you can actually cut away like maybe one foot. It does not really affect your there's no risk to your life. How about the colon? Same thing. Yeah, even if the entire large colon is cut out, right, the person can still survive, right? Because the intestine can absorb the nutrient and the large intestine is just absorb water. So instead of having a solid stool, if the person's large colon is removed, they will just have diarrhea all the time. But will it affect the life of the person? No, you can still survive, right? So the liver is the largest organ in our body, and the fact that it is so important, it does like more than 500 kinds of work for you to survive, makes it so important that God decided that the liver must be able to be replaced and regrow in case it is injured. Okay, so for a person's adult person's liver, if let's say it is destroyed by disease or hardening or what, as long as it's not more than the disease part is not more than 60%, you can survive. Okay, after you cut away the whole the 60% of the liver, it will grow back in 6 months' time to its original weight, but probably different size, but it will grow back. That is so important. And because of the it is able to regrow, means that as long as we do not harm the liver so much that, you know, it cannot survive anymore, we can actually have a very clean and new and healthy liver for a very long time. Even to the end of life, you can have a rather healthy liver if you take good care of it. Agree? Right? So like, for example, the kidney, normally at the end of maybe when we are 70, 80, probably the kidney functions will drop. But for liver, as long as you are healthy, I mean, you take good care of it, the liver can last very, very long. Okay, and it's so important. So before we even go into, you know, the functions and all that, I want you all to take a look at the liver. Okay, how does the liver work? When we talk a lot of time, when we talk about liver, it also involves a few other small parts. Okay, for example, the gallbladder. Gallbladder is separated from the liver, but when we talk about liver, we have to talk about gallbladder. It's like an accessory to the liver. Okay, gallbladder. You all know what is gallbladder? It's the, what do you call that? The tan. Okay, the tan. Okay, and the liver is connected to the gallbladder, and also then the gallbladder is actually connected to the small intestine and then the large intestine. They are all connected, and the pancreas as well. So all of these work together for various reasons. Okay, let me show you. Okay. Imagine your body is a city, like Singapore. Okay, so in a city, what is very important to maintain the cleanliness of the city? You need a proper sewage system, right? Not just rubbish bin, but a proper sewage system to treat the sewage, all the rubbish and water, wastewater from our household. Very important, right? And what's other thing that is important? The supply of clean water, right? If there is no supply of clean water, what's going to happen? All of us will be sick. So the system has to work together, and you have a supply of clean water, you have the flow of wastewater out of our house, correct? Yeah, can you imagine if you flush your toilet and then the water don't go away? Can you imagine for 3 days if that what's going to happen, or there is no clean water coming into your house? What's going to happen? It will be terrible, right? Or maybe some of the days, maybe the sewage treatment factory is not working. The whole city is flooded with all the sewage water, all the rubbish, nobody go and throw away. Can you imagine what Singapore will look like, right? So this is something like our body. If your body has got a lot of toxins, and your liver, which is the processing plant, which is a sewage processing plant, cannot remove the toxin, cannot process the toxins for you, your whole entire body will be full of toxins. Will you be healthy in that, if it's in that situation, if it's in that condition? I'm sure a disease will come very soon, right? And if there's no supply of fresh blood into your system, all your blood are old blood, and carry a lot of like rubbish, will you be healthy? You won't, right? So this is actually what's happened, okay, in our body. So this is our liver. Okay, so in our liver there are two main blood supply. Okay, two main blood supply. One is we call it the aorta, the blood supply from the aorta, the red one. Okay, the red one on your right. 30% of our blood supply to the liver comes from hepatic artery lead, which means the aorta, and they are all oxygenated, meaning that they supply fresh oxygen to your liver. Okay, so this is like a fresh water sending to the to our entire body. Okay, including our liver. And then how about the other 70% of the blood? Where does it come from? Another 70% of the blood actually comes from, we call it portal vein. Okay, portal vein is non-oxygenated, meaning that there's no oxygen inside. So this blood, right, comes from our stomach, our spleen, pancreas, small intestine, and colon. Okay, and when you look at all these organs, what does it reminds you of something? Okay, so all of these organs actually involved in digestion. See, all involved in digestion, right? Your food going into the stomach, and then then your pancreas do some excrete insulin, then it goes into your small intestine and large intestine. And when digestion happens, right, meaning that you are introducing foreign matters like food is outside of your body system going into your body, inside your body. So which means that there are a lot of viruses, a lot of bacteria, a lot of toxins. Therefore, to process all of this, the body has got to find ways to make sure that all these toxins or all these bacteria and viruses does not harm you directly. So what it does is it will absorb all the blood from the small intestine and colon and back to your liver to filter. So your liver is like a huge water treatment plant. Okay. At the same time, it is also a sewage, rubbish treatment plant. Okay, all the toxins go up to your liver, filter already, it will release back into the blood system, a fresh one, clean one into the blood system so that you get fresh water or fresh blood. Yeah, can you imagine? Okay, yeah. So the 70% of blood supply not only carries toxins and bacteria and viruses back to the liver, it also carries the nutrients that we have eaten, right? And these nutrients actually are absorbed via our small intestine. For example, you take your supplements, right? So your supplements go into your stomach. It does not get absorbed in your stomach. It has to go into your small intestine and then get absorbed and then sent to the liver. And then the liver will process it. You drink protein, it will go into your stomach, goes to the small intestine, and then the amino acid will be absorbed and sent to the as part of the blood and sent to the liver to reorganize. Reorganize in scientific words means synthesize, reorganize and make it useful as hormones, as enzyme, you know, whatever your body needs, and then send out to your whole entire system. So therefore, it is so important that this system must work, right, seamlessly. If this system don't work seamlessly, you have a problem. Your health will, your body will show some signs of health crisis if this system doesn't work properly. Okay, yeah. So on I'm just talking about how you know, how this anatomy, how the liver works in a way where the blood comes in, where the blood goes out. There are a lot more things about our liver. Okay. So I talked to you just now about the how it detox the blood, right? The blood is sent, 70% sent to the liver. So all the toxins, all the bacteria and viruses get filtered in the liver. Okay. And how about nutrients? Nutrients is also processed in the liver. Okay. And there are certain nutrients like vitamin A, D, E, and K are stored in the liver. Okay. So for example, if you go under the sun from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For at least half an hour, the UV light, your skin will actually absorb the UV light, and then it will be your body will make vitamin D, and this vitamin D will be stored in your liver. Okay, so the best way to get vitamin D is from D, A, or E, or K is actually to eat animal liver. Okay, but of course, I don't encourage everyone to go and take that because nowadays farm animals has got a lot of toxins in the liver than good stuff in the liver. Okay, but this is how it works. Okay, and our blood vessels, I mean our blood cells, right, has a lifespan of 120 days in our body. Okay, by 120 days, it is supposed to die, our blood cells. So all these blood cells, after they die, where do they go? And how does our body make them die? All right, how red blood cells is through our liver. Okay, our liver will identify all red blood cells or damaged red blood cells, and they will destroy it. Okay, and then after they destroy it, they will recycle the amino acid because it's protein, our blood cells. They will recycle the amino acids. They will recycle the iron. Okay, that is why when someone's liver has got issues, right, you get jaundice. You know what jaundice? You see the person's skin become yellow, and then the eye white also become yellow, jaundice. Okay, yeah. So therefore, if let's say you don't have a healthy liver, you will have a big problem because your body is not able to destroy the old red blood cells. When a lot of old red blood cells, damaged blood cells in your system, what's going to happen is you are going to feel very tired. You are going to feel sick. Your immune system will come down, and you will have a host of other, for example, a risk of cancer, etc., etc. Okay, and the body, the liver also breaks down alcohol and medications. Okay, when there are certain certain medications that get absorbed immediately in your mouth or immediately in your stomach. It does not have to go through the proper digestions. Okay, there are certain medication, right? So in that sense, the liver has to quickly process them and break them down. For example, alcohol, right? The alcohol does not need to go through your stomach to digest. Otherwise, you drink alcohol, you wait until three hours later, then you feel very high. No, right? Alcohol, immediately you drink, right? Wow, you immediately feel the warmth, the high already, right? That's because by the time the alcohol touch your tongue or touch any surface of your body, right? The skin, right? It is absorbed into your blood immediately. And the blood is sent direct to your liver immediately. And your liver has to stop everything and try to process it, because to the liver, alcohol is poison. Okay, it is poison. So it has to stop other things and process the alcohol. Therefore, if someone who loves to drink alcohol all the time and with large amount, right, you will find that he or she will soon have a health issues, because the liver will always have to stop doing other things and try to break down the alcohol into less toxic substance, so that your body can get rid of it. So a lot of people who after they drink alcohol, they got a lot of allergy, or they the face become very red and all that. A lot of times because the liver are unable to process them properly. Yeah. Okay, so besides that, the liver also controls and over 500 metabolic processes. Okay, metabolic processes means that it just you know, like create energy and all that. So there are more than 500. Okay, and it produces the liver also helps to produce proteins and cholesterols. Okay, and what the most important substance that the liver produce is it produces bile. 胆汁. Okay, 胆汁 doesn't come from the gallbladder, okay, or 胆. It comes from the liver. It is a byproduct of so-called toxic substance that the liver wants to get rid of. So it will transform it into bile and let it flow into your gallbladder. So the gallbladder, the function of the gallbladder is actually like a pouch, like a temporary storage for the bile. When you eat something that is oily or has some fats in it, your body detects the fats and your gallbladder will squeeze. Okay, why squeeze? It needs to squeeze out the concentrated bile so that the bile can mix with the oily food and breaks down the oil or the fats into small fatty acids, and your body can, so that your body can absorb the fatty acids. So bile actually works like detergent, like a dish drop. Okay, when your plate is very oily, do you put more dish drop or less dish drop? You put more, right? So it's the same thing. When you eat something very oily, you eat large amount of oily food, your body will try to squeeze out much more of the bile to help you to digest the fats. Okay, so it produces bile. Okay, so what happens if there's not enough bile or someone's gallbladder is being cut? You will still have bile because bile come from the liver, not from the gallbladder. I will talk about gallbladder and bile at the end of the class because it's very important. But I just want to let you know that one of the very important function of the liver is actually to produce bile for you. Okay, yeah. So if the liver has got issues, has got problem, cannot make bile for you, you will have issues digesting fats. And then every time you eat something oily, you find that you'll be burping, you know, you feel bloated, uncomfortable. Okay, yeah, these are some of the symptoms. Okay, so there are many functions of liver, which I cannot cover everything today. So I hope if you are interested to know, you can actually go to YouTube. There are many so-called internet gurus, and they will tell you what's the functions of liver. But what I'm going to focus here is actually like detoxification. Part of the major role of liver is actually detoxification. Detoxification is a complex process. Okay, what I've shown here is actually a simplified version of how the liver detoxify. So when there is very toxic chemicals or whatever that is in our system, and then the liver tries to get rid of it, normally if the toxin is fat soluble, your body will go through a few steps to make it water soluble so that it can get rid of from our body via the kidneys as urine. Okay, and those fat soluble toxins, right, normally goes through the liver, okay, as the form of bile, and then go into your gallbladder, and then during digestions, the bile will actually mix with your food and everything, and then in the end becomes part of your poo-poo. Okay, the brown color that you see on your poo-poo, right, is actually bile. It's an oxidized bile. Bile itself is actually green color, dark green. But when it's oxidized, right, it becomes brown color. Okay, so if let's say one day your poo-poo becomes very pale yellow, very pale grayish, means that something wrong with your gallbladder already. So during these detoxifications, right, our body requires a lot of nutrients like vitamins and calcium, minerals to help it to break down the toxins. So imagine if someone who is not eating well, eating balanced food, he or she will have problem breaking down the toxins. All right. So if the toxins is not broke down properly, right, when it goes through your gallbladder, when it goes through your colon and all that, will it cause issues to your system? Yes, it will cause problems to your colon. Wherever the toxins goes, it will cause health issues to your colon, right? So what are the toxins I'm talking about? We are talking about microorganisms, contaminants, metabolic end products, pollutants, insecticides, pesticides, food additives, drugs, alcohol. Okay, a lot of things that has a lot of chemicals, right? So whether it's good chemicals, bad chemicals, your body, your liver has to deal with it, right? Yeah, and a lot of time, someone, for example, someone is not feeling too well, okay? So they go and see doctor and doctor give them medicine. So after you take the medicine is toxic to our liver, right? So the liver has to deal with that toxins, okay? And because of the extra toxins, your liver become overload. When your liver become overload, it cannot detoxify properly, and then your body will have a lot of oxidative stress and free radical production, and in the end, your health problems become even worse. This is what we call the vicious circle of chronic toxic overload. When your body has too much of toxins, right, it just overload your liver. So how to make your liver healthy? Very easy, right? Stop putting in the toxins. Correct? That's the easiest way. Stop putting in the toxins. What are the toxins? Things like alcohol, things like cigarette smoke, some like very rich foods here. It means that those very processed, those very fatty food, okay? And drugs, medicines like painkiller. A lot of my friends, they always like to take Panadol whenever they have some headache or what. The first thing is to grab the Panadol. Even sometimes I find that it's actually bearable, the pain, but they would rather just take medicine. They just say that everybody is taking it. I'm taking it my whole lifetime. What's the matter? It does, when it will accumulate and it will actually, give your liver overload. Okay, and that will actually cause you to have even poorer health. Okay, yeah. So when there is a toxic overload, what's going to happen is a lot of people will feel that they are tired all the time. They have migraine, they have joint or muscular pain, they have cardiovascular issues, they have bloating, digestion issues, they have infections because the immune system go down. Yeah, so the side effect of our liver toxic overload is actually pretty dangerous. A lot of people normally not aware of that lah. Okay, and secondly, our liver functions one of the major liver function is to produce bile, like I said just now, the 胆汁. Okay, so bile is made in the liver and stored in the gallbladder. Okay, and it helps with digestion, absorption of fat, and excretion. And what are the composition of the bile? What's inside the bile is actually bile salt, phospholipids means it's fat, cholesterol, bile pigments, bilirubin. So when a person has fatty liver, right, or high cholesterol, right, a lot of time the bile juice itself will have high contents of cholesterol. When you have high content of cholesterol, it will start to sediment and have deposits in your gallbladder, and after a while it becomes hardened and it becomes gallstone. Okay, and this can happen not only in the gallbladder, it can happen in the liver itself. Okay, I'm going to show you in a while. And when that happens, it gets stuck, and that is what we call the cholelitis. Okay, we call it cholestasis, meaning that stasis means it's not moving, means it's blocked. Okay, it's the slowing or stalling of bile flow from your liver. So your liver produces bile and delivers it to your digestive system through a network of vessels called bile ducts. Yeah, and backup bile can cause inflammation in your liver, gallbladder, pancreas, or bile ducts. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this is the red color one. On top is the liver. And you can see there are like 3 branches, right? Actually, this is what we call bile ducts. Okay, it collects all the bile produced by the liver. So as I said just now, bile is actually byproducts of the toxins, denatured toxins. So it will flow down to the gallbladder. Okay, so if you have been eating a lot of high cholesterol food or those high fatty food, the bile composition inside the bile may have high level of cholesterol or fats. So when you have high level of fats or cholesterol, it will start to become sticky and a lot of sand-like stuff, and they tend to stick together. When they stick together, they become sand, then they become small stone-like matters. Yeah, and then it may just block some of the ducts in your liver, or sometimes become stones in the gallbladder. Okay, so when you eat something oily, your gallbladder will squeeze, and then when it squeeze, supposedly the juice will come up. But instead of juice, sometimes the stones come up and got stuck here. So your food supposed to be here mixing with the bile juice and get digested. But then there isn't much of the bile juice, so you will have problem digesting the food, and then you will start to feel bloating because the food here will produce a lot of gas, and you feel the bloating and you start burping. How come my food cannot go up, cannot come down? Have you experienced that? Yeah, if you have been experienced that, like for example, every time you eat a large meal or you eat something oily, right? Then you have these issues. Very high chance it is due to not enough bile juice or something blocked already. Okay, yeah. So this is what I mean by I mean, the liver produces a bile, and then if the bile doesn't flow properly, then you have issues. Okay, so this is what happened. This is the gallstones. Okay, gallstones. All right, and gallstone is not a problem from the gallbladder. Gallstone is actually a byproduct of your liver. Yeah, if your bile is too sticky and doesn't flow well, then you will have problem. All right. Okay. Yeah. And then not only it causes digestion issues or the gallbladder got gallstone issues, it can block your passage. Yeah, this is like our PIE lah. Got a lot of trunk road. All wants to go into PIE and then got jammed. And then got accident here, then got jammed. Then what happened? The bile juice is a constant flow, constant flow down to your small intestine. So what happened if there is a blockage at the opening of the duct, right? It will have backflow. Instead of flowing down out into the small intestine, the bile actually backflow into the pancreas. What happened? When bile go into pancreas, it's not supposed to go to the pancreas. Okay. It's like you want to go to PIE, and then because it's jammed, then jam until you become at ECP. And then ECP initially no jam, now become jam and accident. So what happened is the pancreas will become inflamed, right? And then become disease. So we call it pancreatitis. Every time you see a itis, ITIS at the back, right? Like arthritis, right? It means inflammation. Okay, yeah, pancreatitis. Okay, inflammation. So it can not only cause digestion issues, it can also cause pancreatitis. And a lot of time pancreatitis, you have no feeling, just like liver. Liver has no nerve cells, so there is no pain. Even when the liver is like hardened already, inflamed or whatever, you have no pain, or even got liver cancer, you have no pain because the liver has no pain nerve. Only when it becomes so inflamed, it squeezes on other organs, then you feel like, hey, how come my right side here, our liver, if you touch, is actually at the right side. Yeah. Or your back, right side of your back always feel very pain, very achy, like 胀胀 like that. It could be the liver is diseased already. Okay. Yeah, because it has no nerve cells. Yeah. And then the third major functions of liver is actually to regulate hormones. Okay. They don't really produce a lot of hormones, but they regulate it. A lot of our hormones, like for example, you are very stressed 2 hours ago, right? 2 hours ago, you were in your office, had meeting, or the boss today mood not very good, so you are stressed. So your body releases a lot of stress hormone like cortisol, stress or adrenal hormones into your system. So all these hormones will actually flow in your system, but how does it, when it is flowing there, where does it go, right? It cannot be always in your system, right? After 2 hours, you are already not stressed, but the stress hormone is still inside. And if your liver is not able to so-called denature, meaning that neutralize it, right? And then the next day you are stressed again, all these stress will add up, and then it will cause problem to your health. For example, inflammation. Yeah. So all of these excess hormones, including sex hormone, meaning estrogen, and for guys, androgen, yeah, progesterones, all these, and thyroid hormones, stress hormones, the excess one, the liver will regulate. Okay, if the liver find that it's too much already, or this one, no need already, it's supposed to neutralize them so that it is not in the circulation. Okay, so for example, if a female, they have estrogen, and then they take in a lot of, like, for example, if you are using plastic or foam boxes to tapao your food. So all of these actually have, we call it synthetic hormones. It has synthetic hormones. So these synthetic hormones will actually mimic our estrogen. Yeah. And all of these actually, the liver is supposed to detect them and neutralize them. But if your liver is not working well, it does not neutralize them. So you will have too much of female hormones in your body. What happens is you will have a lot of PMS problem. You will have, like swelling of the breast. You feel like water retention. So all of this is because your liver are unable to neutralize the excess sex hormone. Okay, can I understand? Yeah, so like a lot of people, they are very kanchong, so their body also release a lot of thyroid hormones that will sometimes boost their metabolism, sometimes bring down the metabolism. But if let's say the hormones is circulating in the body, and then the liver are unable to control them, like, okay, I just need this amount, the excess one, I neutralize them. If the liver are not able to do that, so you will have a problem with thyroid issues. Okay, yeah. So the liver transforms or remove any excess hormones from your body. When it's not functioning properly, it can lead to hormone imbalance. Okay. Fourth major functions of the liver is to destroy old and damaged red blood cells. Okay. Our average red blood cells has lifespan of 120 days. The body naturally breaks down old red blood cells through a process called hemolysis. Okay, so as our red blood cells age, they lose certain properties and they become less efficient at transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so what happens if red blood cells are not removed? I mean the old blood cells, if they are not removed, so all your blood in your body all very old one. No? If you have a lot of old, I'm not discriminating old people, but if you have too many old people in your city, what happened? The city becomes slow down and less productive. Agree? Agree? Yeah. So it becomes less productive. So it's the same thing. If you have a lot of old red blood cells in your body, right? Sometimes it may cause anemia. What is anemia? Meaning that lack of iron. Okay. Anemia occurs when there aren't enough healthy red blood cells or hemoglobin to carry oxygen to the body tissue. A lot of time we thought, if we don't eat enough iron, then only we have anemia, correct? If we don't eat enough protein, then only we have anemia issue, But anemia in Chinese means 贫血, But if you have a lot of red blood cells, old red blood cells that cannot be removed, right? You will have anemia also, because old red blood cells cannot carry so much of oxygen, cannot carry so much of iron. So you will have problem. So what are the symptoms? The symptoms include tiredness, weakness, and shortness of breath, because you're not getting enough of oxygen. Okay. And when there are too many old red blood cells, too many old people in a city, we find that microcirculation is slowed down. Okay. Excessive erythropsis, meaning that suicidal death of the red blood cells can impair microcirculations. Okay, so instead of they wait for the liver to kill them, to remove them, right? They commit suicide themselves. So instead of just, right, they are dead red blood cells in your blood system. So when you have too many dead bodies in your blood system, it just hamper the circulations. So you have a circulation issues, right? Therefore, that's why we find that people with a liver problem, normally you see the skin, they are very pale, yellowish, they are not pinkish. Yeah, normally they are not pinkish. Yeah, so this is what happened. So liver important or not? Very important, right? Yeah. So how do we make sure that our liver is healthy? Yeah. This is a TCM. TCM's concept of health is always how to maintain health is always a 扶正祛邪 or 祛邪扶正, meaning that you get rid of the negative one. Those that harms the liver, of course, you have stopped doing it lah. Those that support the liver, we do more. Okay. Yeah, so this is a TCM's concept. So how do we protect the liver? So all of these you see, we have been talking again and again. Like for example, limit your alcohol intake. Really limit it, because alcohol is poison. Okay. Excessive workload. Cannot do too much work. Why? Why is it bad for your liver? Remember just now I told you, when you are overworked or when you are stressed, when you overwork, naturally you are stressed, you're not getting enough sleep, enough rest, your body will create a lot of all these hormones, stress hormone, adrenal hormones. So when it's too much for your liver to handle, it will become a burden to the liver, correct? Yeah. Cigarettes has more than 300 types of chemicals, right? It's just going to destroy our liver. Okay, so even if you don't smoke, but you smoke, you inhale secondhand smoke. Sometimes we go to hawker center, right? People next to us are smoking. Quickly run away. Protect your liver. Protect your lung. Quickly run away. Okay, it's toxic, especially for people who don't smoke. It's even more toxic because your body has no immune, no protection at all. Quickly run away. Okay, yeah. Prescriptions and over-the-counter medicines. So don't say that, oh, this is something I've been taking, the medicine I've been taking from young. Then it is not so talk, right? Actually, they are as poisonous as you can imagine. Okay, normally, like for example, you take a painkiller, you take Panadol, it takes more than 5 years for the body to get rid of the half-life of that medicine or the side effects from the medicine. Okay, so don't play with medicine. If you can, don't take it unless it's necessary. Only when it's necessary, then you take it. Okay, yeah. So sometimes infections or illness can harm the liver. For example, COVID. Okay, COVID. You know, when you kena COVID, it's not just virus or what. There is a lot of virus and bacteria in your body when you are sick. So your liver has to get rid of them. Okay, get rid of them. The viruses. Okay, even when we eat food, sometimes got those we call it food poisoning, like got bacteria in the food. The bacteria in the food, sometimes if you don't have a healthy colon, right, intestine, right, it can break into the wall of the colon, which is, we call it intestinal wall, and then it goes into your blood and goes through your liver. The bacteria can go straight to your liver. Can you imagine? Then what happened? Then your liver will have a crisis. It will try to kill the bacteria and then get rid of it. Okay, so if your colon is healthy, it's supposed to block the bacteria, to contain the bacteria in the colon only, right? Yeah, that's why some people, when a lot of people, they kena the food poisoning, right? Sometimes you have mass food poisoning. Some people kena very, very mild. Some people kena very badly, very seriously. Sometimes they have fever and etc. Very they vomit, they diarrhea and fever, and sometimes dehydration. A lot of very serious one. But how come some other people, they take the same amount, but how come they are not? They have no issues. Yeah, one is because they probably have a healthier colon that becomes a good barrier to prevent all these viruses or bacteria from attacking your blood system and go to your liver. Those that already have fever and all that, probably the bacteria or viruses has already penetrated into the blood, goes to the liver already. That's why you have bigger reaction. Okay, can understand? Can, right? If you don't understand, you can actually put in the chat. Later, I'll come back to your question. Okay, and stress, processed food. Why is processed food no good for the liver? It's very obvious, right? Processed food, ultra processed food has got a lot of addition of flavoring. All these are called chemicals. All these are not good for the body. Okay, so that becomes an issue. Environmental toxin, like water that you drink. Okay, your home got filtered water or not? If not, then you're probably drinking in a lot of chemicals. The major one will be like chlorine. Sometimes pharmaceutical. Yeah, people take a lot of medication. They pee into the water system. I mean, it will of course go to the sewage, and then we will recycle the sewage also in Singapore, right? Or they will suck water from reservoirs and all that. So that medicine does not run away. It will somehow come back to our water system, right? Yeah. So, and the water tank, and a lot of environmental pollutions will go into the water. So if you don't filter your water, basically every day you are drinking toxins. Again, we will always say that PUB has done a good job to provide clean water for us. So our water is safe for drinking. The government always said the water is safe for drinking. I agree, but is it healthy? Safe and healthy has got a range, Safe means that you drink a lot, you won't have tummy ache, you won't have diarrhea. Safe. Okay, but does water support your health or not? Okay, if let's say it has got all these like residuals of chemical, does it support you to become healthier? It doesn't. Okay, yeah, so environmental toxins can go into our liver as well. Especially nowadays, we realize that a lot of vegetables that we eat, hydroponics, they don't grow from the soil, So the food that we eat has got very little minerals. Minerals all come from the soil. Soil means that the 泥土啦, the yeah, soil. Okay. Yeah. So when you don't grow your fruits or your vegetables on the soil, right? You grow in water, they don't get minerals, you know. Like sometimes I buy, so those are lactuses, right? They are hydroponics. So you only get the vegetable, you can get vitamins, but there is no mineral. So long-term deficiency in minerals can hamper the detoxification process from the liver, because as I said just now, when your liver trying to do all these processes of detoxification, they need a lot of nutrients plus minerals, right? But of course, this one, if let's say you take a multivitamin, probably solve these issues. But if you don't, then you may have issues, okay? And allergies or food tolerance, okay? Poor nutrition, of course, if you don't eat well, your liver requires all these nutrients to do detoxification. If you don't eat well, definitely a lot of toxins don't get processed in your liver, and then it will load up in your body. Okay, coffee and energy drink, caffeine can be good and bad for your liver. Okay, small amount of caffeine is actually bad for the liver, but for example, if you drink good coffee has got antioxidants that is good for the liver. Okay, so make sure that you drink good coffee from real coffee bean, not the 3-in-1 coffee, ultra processed food. Real coffee that they roast it and then they blend it into powder, then you drink. Not those 3-in-1 that you pour water on it, then that's it, all dissolved, nothing left. Right? That one is ultra processed coffee, that is no good. But if you drink good coffee, it is okay. Yeah, because it will balance out, the caffeine, but you have antioxidants, so balance out. Okay. Yeah. So to protect your liver, try to do not to do all of this or minimize. Okay. That's the first thing you need to do. We not even talking about what you need to supplements, but what you should avoid, right? And of course, I don't really believe in superfood lah. Yeah, to me, anything that's natural, anything that is colorful, we try to eat those that is natural and colorful, especially plant-based. Okay, those are all very healthy. But specifically, what are those that really help with the liver is vegetable-wise is cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous, 十字蔬菜. Cruciferous are those that looks like flower. Like for example, cabbage, if they open out, it look like flower, right? Right? They are not like a tree or what, they look like flower, like broccoli, like Brussels sprouts. They contain sulfur, okay? And they are high in antioxidants. So these are the type of vegetables that is very good for the liver. Cruciferous vegetables, the cross, cruciferous means it's a cross one. Yeah. It helps with the detoxification process also. And then all the citrus fruits, all the grapefruits, lemon, orange, these are all very good for the liver, especially if you eat together with the skin. Okay. You try to eat together with the skin because the skin has got flavonoids. That is the ultra protective antioxidants that we need. Yeah, so not just the juice, but the skin as well. Then you ask me how to eat the skin, when we make those lemon peel, you just go and buy those what do you call that, that you can shred one. You just do some lemon peel. I'm not asking you to eat the whole thing. When you have lemon or orange at home, right, just do some peel, scrub some peel off, and then you can just add into a drink. Even your protein will smell very nice. But watch out for pesticide. Watch out for pesticide on the skin. Okay. Yeah. And then walnut. Why walnut? Okay, walnut has got a lot of good fats and lecithin. So good fats and lecithin is good for the liver. The liver loves lecithins. Okay. Garlics, onions are good for the liver. Turmeric is the very, very important herbs that our liver needs and loves. Okay, and beetroot. Okay, so these are some of the foods that are useful for liver. Okay, Ken? So in fact, we can actually incorporate this into our daily meals. For example, when we cook, we can use garlic. But of course, when we fry the garlics, the kind of, when we stir fry the garlics and all that, right? Actually, we lose some of the very important substance or nutrients from the garlics. We call it the active ingredients from the garlics. Okay, especially if you do the fried garlics, it's useless in terms of nutrient. So what you do is when you do stir fry of garlics, right, you try to not put in high heat. Okay, or after you cook the vegetable already, then only you add the garlic. Or the best way is you can put the garlic as a fresh garlic and then just eat like that, or add some vinegar or whatever. Yeah, fermented garlic is actually very good. Yeah, don't always. Friends say, hey, Lisa, you say garlic very good. So I actually every day eat garlic, when I cook, I put everything garlic, garlic, garlic. But if you already cook for so long, actually it is useless already. The active ingredient is destroyed. Okay, so try to eat raw garlics in some way, or when you cook, don't overcook the garlic. Okay, and of course, turmeric, you can add turmeric in all your food. Okay, just if you are able to tolerate the taste, the smell and all that, you can put in all your food. Everything sprinkle a bit here and there. It is actually super good for arthritis, any inflammation, right? And of course, good for the liver. A lot of things now they have realized, especially Nutrila have done so much of research on turmeric, right? It is really a super food. Okay, yeah. So the citrus, actually you can just every day buy buy those lime and then squeeze into your water and then just drink. So if let's say you are not using filtered water at home, so what you can do is just by squeezing some lemon, right? This is what they do in a restaurant. It's not the lemon that they put, right? It's not just to cover the bad taste of the water. I mean, tap water sometimes got tap smell, right? The smell from the tap, very yucky one, right? It's not to cover the smell, but the vitamin C from the lemon juice, right, can actually neutralize the chlorine. Okay, we have done chlorine tests before when we are doing the water filter demos, right? We always, do demos. Water from the tap has got chlorine. We put the chlorine tester, the water turn yellow. But if you just put a few drops of, or just one little piece of lemon inside, right, into the water, the chlorine totally gone. Okay, so if you don't really have filtered water at home, you can use this method. Of course, it does not remove other contaminants like dust, but it does neutralize some of the toxic chemicals. Okay, yeah. So if you have any questions, just put in the chat. I will look at it later. Another substance that's very, very is proven and it's been used for centuries, not years, centuries by the ancient people, is the milk thistle. Okay, milk thistle is not milk. It's a kind of plant, the purple color that you see, the plant is a flower. So when you cut the stem, right, it has this whitish liquid that comes out from the stem, and that whitish liquid look like milk. That's why they call it milk thistle. Okay, so this milk thistle is a kind of a plant with purple flower, and the active ingredient in the plant is called silymarin. Okay, silymarin. Okay, milk thistle is the name of the plant. The silymarin is the active ingredient that makes the difference. So in ancient time, all these red Indians in the Northern America, whenever they have like insect bites, toxic snake bite, or they are sick, you know, they will take the whole plant of milk thistle and they will eat it. Okay, and then they get well. Okay, then realize that, hey, this milk thistle is very strong in detoxification, or at least it is something like a medicine for them, natural medicine for them. Yeah, and then a lot of research actually shows that the extracts of milk thistle actually can protect liver cells. Okay, protect, and they can help the liver heal if, let's say, there are damages in the liver by inhibiting the influx of various damaging toxins and eliminating the entrapped toxins from the liver cells. Wow. You know, those toxins that's trapped in your liver cells, as you know, intoxicate your liver cells, this milk thistle come and rescue them, like entrap, like rescue them. Yeah, so it is very potent antioxidants which may support liver repair. Okay, yeah, and the current studies also shows that silymarin can prevent liver fibrosis. What's liver fibrosis? When our liver get injured, right? There are certain part of the liver cells died. So when it dies, right, it forms like a fiber, like they harden like a fiber like that. So it's called fibrosis. So if, let's say, there is a lot of fibrosis here and there, and then they become more and more, then the liver become a hardened liver. We call it cirrhosis. Okay, yeah. So so milk thistle. So milk thistle, normally we don't get it in the natural milk thistle. I only saw it in some of the, when I went overseas, right? Sometimes I saw like the people plant it as a flower, but you don't buy this flower and eat this. You don't really see that. Yeah. So milk thistle, so far I only see them as supplements. Yeah, as supplements. And of course, you can buy from any brand, but Nutrilite has got its own organic farm that they plant a lot of milk thistle, and they are all organic, and they come from those, for example, from the Snow Peak Mountains. Okay, the water from Snow Peak Mountain. So they are all very high in minerals. They are all very, very potent milk thistles. Okay, yeah. And not only it protects the liver, right, and entrap the toxins from the liver, it is also very good for people who are undergoing chemotherapy. We know that chemotherapy, cancer treatment chemotherapy is very toxic, right? That's why after take chemotherapy, a lot of people got a lot of issues, okay, health issues, like drop hair, toxication, and all that. So this silymarin or the milk thistle, actually, they can help you to protect your liver when you are doing chemotherapy. Okay, and there are a lot of studies on that. So, but I'm not going to go through all the studies. You can actually go and read about it. Okay, you can actually do screenshots. I have the link at the bottom. You can go and search for it. Okay, but it is a lot of studies already proven, okay, because this milk thistle has been human being has been using it for centuries, so it's not a new thing. And because not all kinds of herbs are safe. A lot of herbs has got some toxic effect if you take too high doses. But so far, milk thistle is safe. Okay, yeah. And then the second very potent liver protection or liver health so-called herbs, is actually, we call it turmeric, okay, 黄姜. Okay, the active ingredient in turmeric is curcumin. Curcumin. Okay, so when you see curcumin, it also means turmeric lah. Okay, curcumin. So curcumin is a main ingredient in turmeric, an active ingredient that can eliminate leptin's effects, which is the main cause of cirrhosis. Cirrhosis means scarring of the liver. Okay, yeah, so it can protect the liver and prevent scarring of the liver. Okay, in addition, turmeric also aids in bile production. Okay, which supports the liver detoxification process and prevents fats buildup in the body while restoring liver function. So in Nutrilite products, where can you find the turmeric? You can find it in double X. Okay, in fact, double X, if there are 3 multivitamin, there are 3 colors. Definitely you see the yellow one, right? The yellow one, the yellow color is the turmeric. Yeah, turmeric, you know lah, the color is yellow right? So it's a bright yellow. So that is the turmeric. Okay, and it's a big thing in Nutrilite because they have found so many convincing data studies that shows that turmeric is what the human being nowadays requires because we are taking in too much toxins already, and it's bad for the liver. Okay, and the second products that we have is actually milk thistle and dandelion plus, the one that I told you just now. Milk thistle, it contains turmeric because milk thistle and dandelion plus is actually for liver. Okay, and then the third products that we have is the botanical beverage mixed cherry with licorice and turmerics. Okay, so of course, you will ask me, Liz, can I take those powder one? Yes, you can take. Can I buy the fresh one? Yes, definitely you can. Yeah. But if you are buying, I would encourage you to buy the fresh one if you want to take. Yeah. But the powder one, make sure you don't buy from those people who sell curry powder. Those kind of turmeric is sometimes fake one, you know. They put in color, they put in flour and flavor and sell you as turmeric. Okay, so be very aware or beware of that. So if you really want to, for health one, but instead of make curry, right, go for turmeric, like organic turmeric powder. Okay, you will probably smell it. You know, the turmeric is very strong smell, and then the color is very, very rich. Okay, yeah. Some people don't like the smell. So therefore, if they don't like the smell, they can actually drink the Nutrilite botanical beverage mix because the smell is not too pungent. Okay, it is orange juice smell. Yeah. So this is actually very good. And then you just like every day take it as a juice and just drink one sachets. So at home, like for example, I will just mix and drink vitamin C because it's from Acelora cherry and it has got turmeric. So I will just, especially when I don't sleep well or when I'm highly stressed, right? Turmeric is a easiest one. Is because you just drink and then immediately it goes to work. It goes to protect your liver. Okay, yeah. So this is very good. And then what other substance or herbs or vitamin are good for the liver? Vitamin B complex. Okay, this is research by Duke NUS Medical School in Singapore. They found out that B vitamins can potentially be used to treat advanced non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. You all know what's fatty liver? The liver has got too much fat. Okay, last time, long time ago, fatty liver is always alcoholic fatty liver, meaning that only people who drink too much alcohol get fatty liver. But nowadays, we realize that most people don't get alcoholic fatty liver. Most people, okay, not many people drink a lot of alcohol a long time ago, right? But many people get non-alcoholic fatty liver, even young children. How do they know that? Like in US, they realize that children as young as 9-year-old has got non-alcoholic fatty liver. How do they know that? You know, when like for example, people die from accident or unnatural death, they will go through autopsy. You know, like children, normally we don't send them to do blood tests to test whether they got fatty liver or not, right? Not like, you know, adults. Sometimes, you know, when we are 40, 50 years old, we go and do blood tests and we realize we have fatty liver, or doctor do scan or x-ray or whatever. But children don't, right? But sometimes due to accident or unnatural death, some of these dead children, they go through autopsy. And during autopsy, doctors have to record down what they see inside, right? And they realize that a lot of these children, they already have fatty livers at the autopsy. So they recorded it and they realized that there is a trend where children as young as 9-year-old already have non-alcoholic fatty liver. Why is that? Yeah. So one of the main reason is because of ultra-processed food and drinking too much of sugary drink and taking too much of all these high fructose corn syrup. Okay, high fructose corn syrup not only is in our sweetened drink, packet drink, it is also in our processed food like biscuit. They don't use sugar, you know, cane sugar to make biscuit. They use a high fructose corn syrup. To anything that requires sweetness, they use that. And that will actually cause non-alcoholic fatty liver. Okay. And in this study by Duke NUS Medical School, B vitamins, okay, can reduce the severity of fatty liver damage. Okay, they found that vitamin B12 and folic acid could be used to prevent or delay non-alcoholic fatty liver disease progression. Okay, so if you want to read about it, you just go to Duke NUS Medical School. They have their press release, and this one is in August 2022. Okay. Yeah. So now I say, this one is NUS say, okay. And what other vitamins are good for liver? Vitamin C. Vitamin C is also good for non-alcoholic, to prevent non-alcoholic fatty liver. Okay. As you can see from left side, dietary vitamin C intake is associated with improved liver function and glucose metabolism in Chinese adults. So in this research, right, they have about 8,000 people inside this study, which means that it's quite big number. So it is quite reliable results. Okay, yeah. So how much is needed? Is 1,000 milligram per day. Okay, if you want that effect, protection effect, you need at least 1,000 milligram. So if you translate it to neutralize vitamin C, right, it's 2 tablets a day. Okay, so 1,000 milligram per day was associated with increased concentration of plasma vitamin C and as well as improved glucose metabolism and liver function in patients with non-alcoholic fatty liver. Okay, yeah. So now I say again, this is research. So what you can do to protect your liver, right? Whether you have fatty liver or no fatty liver, it's important to protect it, right? What you can do is actually have a regime, okay? A daily liver protection and detoxification plan. Every day in the morning, 7 a.m. Of course, I know most of us, we are doing the gut morning. So you can do your gut morning and then drink it together with your milk thistle, 2 milk thistle, 2 vitamin C. So you settle for the morning. And then the evening, you can 2 milk thistle plus 4 vitamin D. Okay, that is what you need to do as a daily plan. So if you find that, cannot lah, morning I got too many things to swallow already, you just do the evening, because the liver detoxification starts from about 11 p.m. So if you take it at 7 the effect, everything will kick in after you digest everything, right? About 3 to 4 hours later. So by 11, make sure you go and sleep. And that's where your liver starts to do detoxification for you and repair your liver. Okay, so this is your daily liver protection and detoxification plan. So if let's say you say I don't want to take supplements, what else can you do? Take turmeric powder or turmeric tea or what every day together with lemon, you know, put a few slices of lemon or lime or orange. Take that as frequent as you like. Okay, that is very good as well. Okay, but of course, if you can try taking this our daily liver protection and detoxification regime, you will find some difference. One of the difference is that you find that when you wake up in the morning, the whole day you feel very refreshed, not that tired anymore. Okay, especially for those who have taken some medicine before, like if you have been taking like high blood pressure medicine or been taking some other long-term chronic medication, I urge you to do this. Take this morning and in the evening liver detox nutrition. It will help you in long term. Okay, yeah. So besides the daily detoxification, we do have a recommendation for annual liver detox, meaning that 1 year you do 1 time, 2 times only. And this is a really liver detox that really helps you to get rid of the gallstones, okay, if you have. Okay, and this is not we created. There's books about it, and people has been doing it for many, many years. Okay, yeah. So you can see, this is a gallbladder under ultrasound. So if you go for X-ray, normally, if let's say the stones is not hardened, calcified, because it's just fats lumped together, under X-ray, probably you can't see. Only through ultrasound, then you can see. Okay, so this is liver. This is the ducts. This is the stone that I told you about. Although it's called gallstone, but actually it's actually from the liver, right? And this is people with dissected gallbladder. You know, some people got pain in the gallbladder and then they realize that it's already stuck there. Then doctor has no choice but to cut the gallbladder. So the greenish thing is the bile. This one is the stones. Okay. What happens if you don't have gallbladder? You won't die lah, but you have problem digesting food. And then because the bile juice will trickle down into your small intestine directly instead of having a pouch to keep it. So it will irritate your small intestine. And a lot of times, sometimes some of my clients, they realize that they have inflammation in the small intestine. They run toilet. If they eat something oily, immediately they have diarrhea. They are very poor thing. Okay, they cannot eat those like this, a slightly oily food or got butter or what, they run toilet. Okay, so this is a more serious one. Okay, imagine you are 40, 50 years old, the stone body inside there for many, many years. From sand become small stone, then become bigger stones. We call it stone not because it's real stone, but it's because it lump up. Okay, sometimes it's not very hard, but they lump up and then it has difficulty to get out from that pouch. Okay, so these are the stones. Okay, yeah, so if it's stuck at the duct here, right, then you have a pain and then you go to A&E hospital, and normally doctors will just tell you go for operation. You spend like 30,000, cut out, then goutim the problem, but subsequently you will have problems in digestions and also absorptions of fat soluble vitamins, primarily A, D, E, and K. Okay, so by doing this liver detox, we are able to purge all these stones out through bowel movement, meaning you poo-poo out, and then different conditions actually gives you different color stones. So sometimes my clients, I mean, they will send in the morning and let me look at their poops with stones. Because we need to look at the colors and the texture of the stones and then identify what's the issues. Like for example, if you have fatty liver, it is actually orange color. Mostly this one, mostly we see green one. Okay, these are all natural one, but I mean, it's no serious health issues. But we also see a lot of chemical stones. Those people who take a lot of medication, we see that they have a lot of chemical stones. Do you know why got colorful stones? Because like I said, our body, our liver will need to process a lot of toxins, right? Some toxins can have different colors. And these toxins are removed and then get rid of via the liver as bile juice. Okay, so of course, and then if you have a lot of this type of chemical, the bile juice may look different color. Okay, and you know that actually when you look at people's skin from their face and all that, you will actually see that the person whether it's healthy or not. Sometimes pretty or not a girl, it's not that they really have very nice feature, but because the skin looks glowy, there's no dark spots and all that, the girl looks very healthy, therefore become attractive. You know, it's not really like pretty, but because it's healthy. Okay, so one of the spots normally is at here. Here is called liver spots. There are a lot of cases whereby once you remove that, once you improve your liver functions, right? Even the spots, the liver spots is get disappeared by itself, or even you know, a lot of acne and all that get better after you do liver detox. This is chemical stone. Hey, you see, this is not goji berry, hello. This is not goji berry. This is chemical stones. So this guy used to work in chemical factory. Okay, and some have got white stones. These white stones means that there are sometimes there are big stones got blocked in the liver, in the gallbladder, that stops the bile production. So the stone is actually white. High cholesterol. Okay, it's actually from my husband. It's not that he pooped out the 20 cent, but just let you see how big the stone is. Okay, high cholesterol. This is the first time he did it. Okay, he just purged out. Okay, this is another my client. She did 3 times. A lot. Okay, a lot. Okay, normally we encourage you to do, if it's the first time, you do 2 to 3 times. Yeah. With 2 weeks in between. 2 weeks interval in between. Okay, and you can see a lot. Very scary. Sorry, I hope you all have already eaten your dinner. Okay, so some people say that, hey, this one looks like, how do you know this is you know, the gallstone? So if you look at these, this one here, this color, and this is from doctor, dissected gallbladder. You see the stone same or not? The color looks same, right? Yeah, so it's actually same. Yeah, so this liver detox is very simple. Just need 5 days. So out of 5 days, there's only 1 day that is a downtime. You need to be at home. The rest of the days actually is just preparation. Okay, preparation. Like you, first 3 days you eat. Normally we have a guide to guide you, and our health coaches will actually guide you how to do it. And we use natural lemon, or last time we used to have organic lemon juice that we can buy, but nowadays very difficult to find. So we use fresh lemon instead. Organic extra virgin olive oil. We use probiotic, meal replacement, liver milk thistle. Okay, so if you want to know how to do it, we can have another class on this. Okay, because today I don't think we have enough time. So those who are interested to understand just on liver detox itself, you can indicate in the chat. We will let you know when we can organize a talk just for liver detox. Okay, because I just want you to a few of you have done this. I think ST just text me, said she have done before. Maybe later you can share with us. I think Kelly also done a few times. Okay. And besides liver detox, when we talk about liver health, actually colon detox is crucial for liver health. Why? You can see from this picture, huh? You see all this blue thing, right? Why? This is the portal vein. This is the blood supply. And yeah, so you can see all these are linked. The liver is linked together with the colon via this portal vein, all of these blood vessels. So can you imagine you have constipation? What happens when you have constipation? The large intestine will absorb the water, right? Right? Absorb the poo-poo water, right? And poo-poo water is toxin or not? Toxic, right? Toxic things can send to the blood or not? Cannot. It must send to the liver. Therefore, if your colon is not healthy, meaning that a lot of toxins there, a lot of poo-poo there, right? It will affect your liver. Your liver will have to do all the cleaning job for you. Yeah. So that is why colon detox is also very important for liver health. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Not I say, this is from Frontier Science. It's a journal, online journal, study. It says that gut microbiota affects the liver. Gut microbiota, we talked about it last week, right? So gut microbiota targeted approach in the management of chronic liver disease. Not colon disease, but liver disease. Why? Because when you have leaky gut, remember last week, Jeannie talked about leaky gut. When you have leaky gut, it may prompt intestinal bacteria malfunction and increase the amount of toxins, and enter the liver from the portal vein. Yeah. So these contribute to persistent chronic inflammation and progressive liver damage. Can you see the linkage now? Why we want to learn about colon health last week, and then this week we learn about liver health, because they are all connected. They are all connected. So those of you who already are taking the gut morning, congratulations, because you one drink protect the colon, protect the liver also. But now I want to talk about how can you clean up your liver, your colon. When we take gut morning, it's more like we repopulate the gut microbiota, right? The microbiome, the probiotic, and we make sure that the intestinal wall are protected, no leaky gut, right? But what if you have a lot of scum and a lot of dirty, yucky things in your colon? Okay, what can you do? Okay, so this is actually, you can do every quarterly, every 3 months or what is, we call it colon detox. What we use is, we use high doses of probiotics plus 20 tablets of the fiber in this is a insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber is in one tablet, chewable tablets. So we blend the 20 tablets, or we soak in water together, then we take everything at night for consecutively 3 nights. So what you will see is that after you drink this, right, it will expand, the chewable fiber will expand, and it becomes like a ball of brush in your intestine, and it will brush from your small intestine to your large intestine. It's like you are doing 刷大肠, brushing your colon to get rid of all the scums, whatever. Okay, and this is what you can do. Okay, last time we don't have gut morning, so we also encourage people to take 1 probiotic, 2 fiber every morning for 30 days. But now, because we already have that gut morning, so basically you just need to do these 5 probiotics and 20 fibers at night for 3 nights consecutively for colon detox. What you can see is after 3 days, right, your poo-poo becomes not smelly and golden color. Means that your colon is clean already. Okay, so this is what you can do, and this is recommended because it prevents colon cancer as well. Okay, this is what you can do. And of course, gut morning. Yeah, we have been already doing it. Gut morning is not only for your colon, for intestinal health, but it's also for liver health. Okay, so that's all for my sharing tonight. But if you have questions, you can actually ask in the chat group, and then ask in the chat. And then if you want to know more about the liver detox, you can also indicate. We will probably arrange for a timing another time to talk about liver detox itself. Yeah, not the Wednesday lah. Okay, so let me see. Cinnamon powder. Okay, someone asked about cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder is not so much for liver health. Cinnamon powder is, of course, is a good herb. It is very good for controlling glucose, blood sugar, glucose. Cinnamon powder. Okay. Can I add turmeric into my salad? Definitely, you can add it. Yeah, if you get the fresh one, you can just use a shredder, shred a bit. You can, if you like the flavor, go ahead. Okay. Take 4 vitamin B will cause insomnia. Maybe. So you can try out. Yeah, you can try it out. Maybe you can just take 1 or 2 and try it out. Some people are sensitive. Some people take more B, they sleep better. So it depends. Like me, if I take B in the evening, I cannot sleep. Yeah, so I only take 1 for my liver detoxification. I take 1, or sometimes I take in the morning instead of evening one, because I take B, I will get very energetic and cannot sleep. Okay. Okay. Lynn said she wants to know more about the liver detox. So okay, we will arrange that. Okay, Cynthia as well. We will arrange that and we will inform you all in the chat group. Sorting, are you still here? She shared with me about her liver detox experience. So some of you already done. Maybe, yeah. Besides that, any other questions about liver or whatever I presented here? Anybody knows of somebody with alcoholic or non-alcoholic fatty liver or liver diseases? Can share? Long time ago, I have these a few guys, they are businessmen. They always just buy milk thistle from me only. Why? Because there was once one of them, I know him, and then I shared with him about protecting the liver. He's been drinking like crazy because of entertainment and all that, businessman. So every night. So he was a bit worried. Then I introduced to him the liver detox. Subsequently, he asked me, is there something that I can protect my liver while I go drinking? So I introduced to him the milk thistle. So every time before he goes drinking, right, he will take 4 to 6 milk thistle. Then he go and drink. Then he feedback to me that actually he doesn't have so much of the hangover. Yeah, and he also took vitamin B also. 4 tablet or some 4 something. I think 4 milk thistle, 4 B complex. Before he go and drink. So he said that the next day he can still go to work. Not so much of hangover. Why? Because you boost your liver to help you to detoxify the alcohol faster. Yeah. So this is something you can do also. And also introduce the milk thistle to one of my clients' mom, who has colon cancer that has metastasized transfer to the liver already. So I gave her the milk thistle. Of course, not to it does eventually she passed away, but it actually helped her to counter the side effect from chemotherapy. Yeah. She couldn't eat and all that, so and the doctor said the liver cannot handle the chemotherapy anymore, so we gave her the milk thistle as well. Okay. And those people who are very stressed every day working, you scared that it might affect your liver and your health, you take milk thistle, yeah, in the evening, like 7 or 8. The reason why 7 or 8 is because we wanted the digestion of the milk thistle to kicks in 3 to 4 hours later, which is about 11. Then you go and sleep. But if let's say they kicks in at 11, you are still TikToking or shopping, then the effect is less lah. So best is to sleep early. Yeah, the liver wants to sleep early. Okay, the liver wants to sleep early. Okay, actually there are many very fantastic or interesting things about our liver. How everything else affect the liver and how liver affects everything else. It's just too many things already. So I try to focus on just on detoxification, hormones, just this few. If you are interested to know more, you can always read up or ask me lah. Okay, yeah, there's just too many things to learn about our liver. And liver transplant, you all know got liver transplant, right? Those people who donate the liver, they normally donate like 50%. It will grow back. The liver will grow back in less than 6 months. But when it grow back, it doesn't grow back to the very nice shape. It will grow, but the size will go back, but the shape is not. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? There's no assignment, but there will be a quiz. Okay, there will be quiz on Friday. Okay, and we see whether y'all whoever can answer correctly, probably will throw in some prizes. Okay, yeah. Okay, so if there's no questions, we shall end today's session. If you miss any part of this, of course we have recording, and tomorrow will be Chinese one. And somehow as trainer, right, sometimes when we do English, when we do Chinese, sometimes we will present it in a different way. So if you are free tomorrow, you're okay with Chinese, welcome you back to our class tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be talking about it again. Okay. Has leg cramp in the morning? Only in the morning? At least only in the morning.
Sometimes I sleep about morning time leg cramp. I got to wake up.
Okay, you lack calcium. You really need calcium. Okay. Because when you lack in calcium, also magnesium, you will have cramp. Is a signal to you because magnesium helps you to relax. Okay, magnesium helps you to relax. So when you have cramp, means that it's too it's not relaxed. It cannot contract and relax properly. So you have the cramp. It's a classic examples of calcium magnesium deficiency. It's just that some people, they will grind their teeth at night, when they sleep. It's also classic example of lack of calcium and magnesium, or you have nightmare. I have dreams. I wouldn't say nightmare, dreams, and your dreams like can continue on. You wake up and then you see back and continue. Yeah, it means that your whole system, entire system cannot relax because you are lack in magnesium. Normally, calcium and magnesium has to be taken together. If you take one, it's not so effective, so you take together. So you definitely need that. Another suggestion I will give you is you wear socks when you sleep. Wear socks. Yeah. And then before you wake up, try to do some stretching on your bed, like do your leg, right? You try to turn, yeah, stretch. And I know for people like you, when you stretch, you actually will get leg cramp. I used to have that. And then why some pregnant women tends to have leg cramp as they progress in their pregnancy, right? Is because they lack in calcium, magnesium. Because the baby are absorbing all the calcium, magnesium to grow bones and all that, right? So there's not enough for the mother. Yeah, if the mother don't eat enough, it will draw from their bones and all that to get the calcium, magnesium. So the mother will experience cramp also. Yeah. So try to get enough of the calcium, magnesium. As I suggested to you last time, right? You need 3, 3. Okay. 3 tablet means 6 tablet means 1 day 1,200 milligram is what the government, what HPB recommended for senior women. Okay.
Okay.
Senior woman. If you're not senior, you probably need 1,000. If you're an adult woman, you need 1,000. If you're close to menopause, right, then you need 1,200. Of course, you can get from from your food, but a lot of time we don't know how much we get from food. If you've been taking, like today I take the noodle, okay, 炒虾面. So if I don't eat the shell from the prawn, as in the shell from the prawn, right, I don't get calcium at all. You think the noodle got calcium? The tauge got calcium? The tauge don't have calcium one, because it's just water and then they just grow like that. Then what else? Then got the bar you put, got calcium. Don't have, right? And no green vegetable, Yeah, so no calcium. And then evening what I ate 2 packs of the nuts from my challenge. I get the healthier me challenge I got today. I got the pack I eat 1 pack. Wow, nice. I eat another pack. Yeah, so that one got some, because nuts got some calcium, but very little also, right? And I don't drink milk, and I drink 2 coffees. The coffees drain your calcium.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got 2 negative, but got plus or not? No plus. Okay. But luckily, morning I drink my protein. I take 2 calcium. And normally for dinner, I will take another 2 calcium. Of course, today I never have dinner, but I already swallow my calcium together with protein. Yeah.
Okay.
So I normally take 4.
Senior go and buy and eat.
Huh? Sorry?
She say let the senior go and buy and eat.
Yeah, calcium is very, very important. Just today's newspaper, the Straits Times, if you go and read the lifestyle, later I can send to you all. They are talking about the silent disease of osteoporosis. Only when you crack your bones, fracture your bone, then you realize you have osteoporosis. Even people who go hiking and all that are very active, as I'm talking about female, very active, one day they walk like 10, 20,000 steps. They have osteoporosis. It's just you have to face the fact that we are women. When we enter menopause, without the protection from estrogen, we will just drain calcium, drain bones, Yeah, we have to face the facts. Yeah. So if you are small size woman, small size, small build, and then you did not like drink a lot of milk, or eat a lot of calcium rich food when you are before 25 years old, very high chance you will have osteoporosis. Like 60 years old and above, you will get osteoporosis, which is very bad. And you don't feel the pain, but if you just some of them, one of the example that they show on the newspaper today is that the lady just bent down to carry something heavy and crack, bone fracture. Yeah, bone fracture. And she cannot understand. She said, I'm so active, I do hiking, I do housework, I do, how come I still have osteoporosis? So for her condition, because already so bad, the osteoporosis, so it's not that you take oral calcium can help. It's not going to help much. So she has to go for injections. Yeah, to improve the absorption. So if you don't really have that yet, you take orally the calcium, magnesium, it will help you. Yeah. She said that her doctor actually suggested her to drink one day, don't know how many cups of milk. drink until a baby like that. Yeah. So for us, you no need to drink milk lah. You just, I mean, even for milk, the calcium from the inside the milk, right? It's not from the cow. It is fortified. Fortified. Fortified means that in natural food it's supposed to have, but now after process don't have. So they have to add in synthetic one. It's called fortified. If you go and see bread, you see this fortified with iron, with B. It means that the flour itself, the bread itself, supposed with the raw ingredients, supposed to give you all these vitamins and minerals, but during processing, it's not there. So we add on. So anything that is add on, right? Synthetic. Synthetic means what? Absorption is less. It's like natural one absorption can be 40, can be 50, 70%. Synthetic one normally is about 10, 20%. Yeah. Like neutralized calcium, magnesium, D, right? Is made from dead coral from Iceland. Wow, Iceland, so clean, you know, like pristine water. And then why use coral? Because coral, when it's alive, is plant, you know. That's why our calcium, magnesium is plant-based, because when the coral is alive, it is actually plant. And it's not from those like shell or chalk, you know, or stone or what. This is from natural coral seaweed. We call it dead seaweed. Yeah. So it's very natural and it's contain the right amount of ratio of calcium to magnesium. Okay, you need the right ratio so that the body can absorb. So if you buy those calcium from outside, right, only calcium, right, calcium will make your bone density denser. But if it's only calcium, right, it is not flexible. So even if you have a lot of calcium, right, it is dense, right, but it will crack easily. Magnesium is like a gel like that. Okay, when you take them together, your bone is dense yet flexible. You know, it doesn't crack easily, it's flexible. And vitamin D is important for absorption. Okay, so without the vitamin D, you take even very high dose, absorption is low. So you need these three things to happen together. As I said, a lot of time in nature, no nutrient is a standalone nutrient. Like you eat orange, it can be, of course, we know orange is rich in vitamin C, but it also has other minerals. It also have iron. It also have vitamin B. It also have a bit of vitamin E and all that. So in nature, there is no, you know, like singular vitamins existence. It's always in a, you know, in a package. Yeah, so that's why for neutralized nutritions, right, it's all always in a package. Yeah, even if they need to increase the doses with synthetic, like for example, the vitamin C, right? They also put in the natural form of the vitamin. Like for example, they put in the orange peel, you know, they put in the Acera cherry. When it is packaged in this way, your body identify it as a natural food, so absorption is better. And you get all the complete, not just orange juice, but the skin, you know, the flavonoids, the whitish, the white, very bitter layer of the orange is also inside the supplement. That's why you get the whole. But if you guys buy synthetic vitamin C, it's just, they derive a substance from corn, they make into synthetic vitamin C, but there is no other thing, just synthetic vitamin C, ascorbic acid, that's all. So to the body, it is different. To the consumer, they look at it, hey, this vitamin C so cheap, this vitamin C, how come so expensive? You know, but to the body, it is different. Yeah, absorption is different, effect is different, better, less toxin. Synthetic, a bit more toxin, a bit less absorb. So there's a lot of different. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Bone density test. Patricia was sharing that we can actually go to the Nutrilite shop to do bone density test. It's actually free, but you need to make appointment. So you need to like buy a voucher of $100 and then you make appointment. So after the appointment, you can use a $100 voucher to buy anything. Yeah. So essentially it's free lah. And the bone density test is very accurate because it is actually pressing on the heel of your foot, right? Is where it's supposed to be the most dense place, because you are standing and then all the weight actually goes down to your heel, right? It's supposed to be the most dense area. And if that dense area's already got holes inside, right? Means that your whole body all cannot make it already. Yeah, all the bones sure are all holes inside already. Yeah, so this bone density test is actually very accurate and it's free. Okay. Sleep by 11 p.m. means lights out, device off, or must fall asleep. So how do we define sleep? Okay, how do we define sleep? Okay, by the definition of the liver health, right? Sleep means that you have to lie flat. Okay, lie flat so that there is maximum flow in your maximum flow to your liver lah. If you sit like that and sleep as in you are flying, right? Do you feel refreshed after you wake up even though you fall asleep? You probably not, because your blood flow is restricted. Only when you sleep flat, you have maximum blood flow. Okay, yeah, so if you have to sleep flat like that, how are you going to see your phone? Just lights off and sleep lah. Yeah, a proper rest is what your body needs to heal and to get healthy. Okay, don't deprive your body from proper rest. I know I'm also like every night I need to go to my Instagram, scroll. I don't do TikTok, so I do Instagram, but I maybe 5 minutes, that's it. I see the time off, then I will just turn off. I used to be able to do quite long of all these late night, but it's bad for my health. So don't look good the next day. So for the sake of beauty and for the sake of my health, so I will normally off everything by latest 12, latest. But 11, I try to, normally a bit hard, but I try to lie on my bed 11. Today is impossible already. Okay. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question. Yeah, lie flat, Roseanne, lie flat. So if you can lie flat and read your phone and all that, you're very good. Okay, I think we stop now. I hope to see you tomorrow. If you want to come in and chat some